Documentaries.
Waka waka waka.
I pluralized that one.
Waka waka mighties.
I like jumped 3 parts ahead of the story. I apologize. Documentaries is coming. Spoiler alert! That part is coming after.
Come on, baby. It's time to drag yourself out of bed. Say hello to notions inside your head. Don't worry, you're a versatile girl. You're in no hurry. You're a versatile girl.
Alright, so we know that we left you in the airport on our way to Cleveland.
In order to get to Cleveland, though, we have to take you back probably about 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks ago, we had a phone call from his friend of ours. He says to me on the phone, guys, I think I have a hero for you. I think that I have a story that you guys would want to tell. We did some of our homework, kind of asked him a few questions, and found out that this guy's story is really unique.
So this guy's dad was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Because he worked with Elvis.
Because he worked with Elvis.
Right. Jailhouse Rock or one of those things?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It was
really big song.
Really big song, really big. And his dad was, I guess, really big in the music industry.
And this guy himself was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just recently.
Just recently, yep.
It was a big deal for him, and this was probably going to be one of his last trips out there.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into why yet, but we wanted to go out.
Mystery.
We wanted to go out and follow him for that whole entire experience.
And after talking to him for a little bit, we realized that his story in particular, it deserves a different medium from what our normal hero stories are about.
Documentary. Now, have we ever done a documentary before? I have worked on a documentary in the past, and they are long and tedious, and there is many hours and many different pieces of footage from all over the place of all different eras. It is a very large project to get into documentaries.
He doesn't make it sound fun.
But with him, documentary is not going to be as long, and it's not going to be as tedious.
It's going to be a giant headache is what it's going to be.
We're talking about an artist trying to get through a documentary.
He's going to have ulcers by the end of this thing.
But with you, maybe not.
I don't believe that for a second. So the way that he actually sold me on this is he explained how a documentary really helped us on our journey to make it.
So why documentary? There's a couple of reasons filmmakers do documentaries. They want to cut their teeth in the filmmaking industry. They want to get more exposure. They want to get experience. And they want to make a name for themselves. We are trying to get more experience. We keep talking about heroes. We keep telling you that we want to tell their stories. We can't do that unless we have a larger audience. So creating a documentary is going to give us a bit more exposure, get I'd say a bit more credibility.
Give us some credibility as a production company.
We're not aiming to win Cannes or however you say it,
like
little official
Genghis?
Selection. No, Cannes, like a big film festival over in France.
Okay, like
Well, he's got a lot to learn about documentaries.
I don't know, cons. It sounds like Genghis was a con, wasn't he?
We'd like to enter into at least a couple different film festivals. Hence the reason why we went to Newark. Getting into a film festival will add instant credibility to us and maybe a little bit of publicity as well.
I feel like you're really creeping up on that thing.
I am coming closer.
He's very excited. A documentary would be a lot different from how we are treating the other heroes and what we're attempting to do with them.
Yeah, for our normal heroes, we look for short films or mini docs. We look for people that are sellable, to use a word, to brands and people that may want to sponsor them. This guy, may not be too sellable. It's a hard story.
It's a hard story.
Hear, but it's a story that we need to tell. So, sponsor or not, we decide we still got to tell a story.
We still got to do it. So we actually need to spend a little bit of time now doing some pre-production work to see if we can make this into a solid documentary.
That was a good take. The hand means a good take for the editor. That's how you signal yourself. That's a good take on a budget.
On a budget.
And my daughter Pat, they call me Harvey.
So now that we have that done,
Let's go meet Eric.
You had to have the last click, didn't you?
It's GoPole time.
Trade alright. 16 coaches long. Trade alright. 16 coaches long. Well,
Ready?
that my baby's been on, baby's been on. Train, coming down that line. Train.
Now, who's rushing and not listening to loud music like that? I'm like, whenever
No, dude.
Somebody hold me, and don't be afraid. Somebody hold me, it's love I crave.
We are currently locked out of the office. The GoPro is still running. I repeat, the GoPro is still running. That's not the key. I have the key! That was scary.
Can you imagine been running all weekend? We didn't explain this office. We are in his office. We're not going to talk about that, though.